Chapter 1. Saul. Startling Hail Mary for Seattle defense. Desperate Sasquatches acquire netminder Solomon O'Brien. Seattle. In a surprising development to an already chaotic tale, the Seattle Sasquatches have signed 2 goalies no other team in the league would touch. The end of this year's hockey season brought with it a cascade of bad luck for the team's goaltending. Backup goalie Liam Farson suffered a career-ending hip injury in the run-up to the playoffs. Less than 2 weeks after Seattle's elimination from contention, emergency backup goalie Cole Archer announced his retirement due to persistent concussion symptoms. Then came the killing blow for Seattle. Star netminder David Barnaby decided to test the market as an unrestricted free agent, in which he quickly landed a lucrative 5-year contract with the newly crowned Cup champions, the Montreal Royals. With Seattle's net suddenly and ominously empty, and with no prospects ready to make the leap, Sasquatch's general manager, Lon Caldwell, reportedly searched for goalies on the free agent market. According to rumors, he tried a number of trades as well, possibly even offering up valuable players from the top offensive lines and defensive pairs. Today, Seattle's front office announced that in addition to bringing up rookie Peyton Sweetman from the minors, the Sasquatches have made 2 shocking acquisitions: Carey Solomon and Josh O'Brien. A Phoenix Firebird for all 9 years of his professional career, Solomon, 32, was recently put on waivers after back-to-back disappointing seasons, followed by a series of catastrophic errors in the playoffs that led to Phoenix's first-round elimination. Many have feared that the struggling Solomon is on track to fall back into old habits, namely the cocaine addiction that saw him suspended for 20 games during his second season. Sources have speculated that these fears may have prompted the unusual move of putting a player on unconditional waivers during the off-season. That the Firebirds, seeing Solomon as a serious liability, intended to buy out his contract in order to jettison him as quickly as possible. It's unclear whether they anticipated another team claiming him, and Phoenix's front office did not respond to requests for comment. O'Brien's career has been on a similarly downward trajectory following a series of injuries. Many have also speculated that distraction caused by his tumultuous divorce contributed to the errors plaguing his most recent 2 seasons. An unrestricted free agent, O'Brien, 30, received no offer to re-sign with the Calgary Chinooks, and no other teams in the league expressed interest in acquiring this netminder who was once destined for the Hall of Fame. When asked how he believes his team will fare with Solomon and O'Brien, given their recent history, Seattle head coach Heath Maines stated that every player has ups and downs. His added comment that the alternatives are either an empty net or a prospect who isn't ready for the big leagues had led to speculation that he's understandably pessimistic about the acquisitions. Representatives for Solomon and O'Brien did not return calls or emails for comment. Both goalies are expected to attend training camp with the Sasquatches next week at the team's training center in Northgate. There was more to the article, something about the goalie coach, I thought, but my brain was going in too many directions to focus. It didn't help that this was one of those sites with a wildly animated ad after every other paragraph, making it a nightmare for me to read. I closed the news app, put my phone face down on the tray table, and pressed my head back against the first-class seat. The instant I'd gotten the "Dude, have you seen this shit?" text from my buddy, I should have logged off the plane's Wi-Fi and put the damn phone away. I'd known it was bad, known it. But I'd had to look because who wouldn't have? I'd have fixated on it whether I'd read it or not, so I'd looked. And, seriously? Fucking seriously? It wasn't the part where they brought up my addiction, like literally every reporter did, no matter what the article was about. It wasn't the part where the coach was just barely holding back that he hated the decision and probably wanted to go ahead and call up those prospects. As much as I didn't want to admit it, the guy was right to be skeptical. I was lucky he was this desperate and that his farm team goalies weren't ready to play. No, the part of the article that had me reeling was the other, newly acquired goalie. No one had told me that Josh fucking O'Brien was signing with Seattle, too. I couldn't say that would have changed my mind. With my history and having been put on waivers, I was a beggar who had no business being a chooser.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.